Okay, let's see if we can make questions 5, 6, 7, and 8 a little bit clearer. Let's see if the video works better this time. So here I have an example. We'll call it question 6. It really doesn't matter what one it is, but we're gonna look at it closely. It says I've got a graph's going up. It's an increasing linear graph because all of the points are really close. So if we were to create an actual equation from this line, we would see that that line has an equation of y equals 1.81x minus the y-intercept 16.35. Look, it's negative 16.35, and it's going up and over about 1.81 every 2 spaces. None of that really helps us yet, but this line of equation of my line helps me immensely. Okay, as you notice, my graph goes from 1 to 10. I'm going to erase that for just a minute because I don't want that on there, but I want you to see what all of this means. Okay, so we remember that y is always the output. Y is always my output. So in this case, we're given an input of 21.3. So we're trying to find out what the output is. If my x was 21.3, I need to know what my y is. So in this case, all we do is very simply, we get my equation, y equals 1.81 times whatever my input is, 21.3, and then we're going to go back and we're going to subtract 16.35. Okay, so let's use our calculator because this is way too hard for me. If you can do it in your head, good for you. 1.81 times 21.3 minus 16.35. And my calculator says to me that end result would be y equals 22.203. So that number is going to go right here. 22.20. I think it says round to the nearest hundredth. So 3 is less than 5. So 22.20 is all you have to put. You could put 22.203 and it would check it to see if it was right. That's okay. But in this case, that's all we're going to put is 22.20. Then it says the next thing. This estimate, this number is and then it says select. The answers are either risky or safe. Risky or safe. Well, my table goes from 1 to 10. My number here is greater than 10, so that's someplace clear out here. So this becomes a risky estimate because I really don't know what happens outside of 10. Less than 10, I can see it happening. Greater than 10, I don't have any idea whether it will still be a good estimate. Then it says, because we are using, and this drop box is going to say, an extrapolation or an interpolation. Extra means outside. Weird, I don't know what happened there. Extra means outside, so that's outside. Interpolation means inside or less than 10. So in this case, it's an extrapolation. So let's remember it and let's plug it in and see if it all works. Here we go. Where are you? Let's close it. I don't want to save them. Hopefully we'll pop up with the same questions. I didn't pop up with the same question. but we can use this one. While we're doing it, we'll just do it again. So this one says my equation is y equals 1.25x minus 17.8. So I'm going to go ahead and plug in my input of 7.4. So 1.25 times 7.4 minus 17.08 gives me a total of negative negative 7.83. Okay, so there's my answer. I'm not going to enter anything yet. Now it says this estimate is risky or safe. 7.4. 7.4 is approximately right there. So that's going to be a very safe estimate because we are using an interpolation because it's less than 10. It's inside the data we know. Interpolation, extrapolation means outside. So let's go ahead and submit. If I'm wrong, I'm going to cry. Look, green, green, green. Yes. Let's go over one more just for giggles here. Let's go through a negative one. That's okay. It's a negative graph. So that means it's a negative 1.69 plus 2.17. Look, it crosses the y-intercept just above 2. Okay. Actually, let's find a bigger number. Let's find one that's an extrapolation. Extrapolation. Let's find a bigger number to input. Here we go. It's still a negative input. So here we go. So we're going to plug in my equation. Y equals negative 0.67 times 17.5 plus 5.55. My answer is negative 6.175. Like I said, if you put that in there, it's still fine. Or you could go ahead and round this up to 6.176 or 1.18. We could round it up to 8. We're going to go ahead and round it up because it says round to the nearest hundredth. The estimate is, look, 17.5. That's outside the data. 17.5 is outside the data. So this is a risky estimate. I don't know what's going to happen outside this. Why didn't you choose it? There you go. Full estimate because we are using, once again, this time that's outside the data. So it's an extrapolation. And now I'm going to go ahead and submit. They better be green. They better be green. They are. So maybe sometimes I do know what I'm talking about. Okay, good luck, guys.